Hello, today we are doing topic 3 of Unit 5 and topic 4 of Unit 5. Got to move that. So, and I want to hide that. All right, topic 3, origins and diffusions of agriculture. We've seen this before. I'm at a point where I was thinking, didn't we just do this? But it could be because we're reviewing the most current topic we did before we went into our classroom hiatus here. Remember when it seemed weird that we had a day where we didn't have electricity for hours? Boy, that doesn't seem very weird anymore, does it? All right. Okay, domesticated plant and animal hearths. These three places right here, the Fertile Crescent, right there. That's what these guys are. The Indus River Valley, that's these guys here. Southeast Asia. Okay, why is there not an arrow on Southeast Asia? I don't know. Maybe they're sharing one Asia for both here. And Central America, which they are. They split that one up into two. They're talking about South America and this part here. Arrows are a little off on that map. I like that one because it had pictures of piggies and cows on it and chickies, but I should have done one less graphic and more accurate. Okay, this is wonderful. Please pay no attention to the droid. That's my automated vacuum that apparently stalled out a foot from its hearth. And now it is going to act up again. All right. So that is that. You've seen the map before. You have dealt with it. Oh, look, kitty cats. All of that. Something I found very strange. Several questions were hitting on this. Many of them just, where did, pigs, where did this, where did that? And of course, you can see here they got a little mixed with pigs going both. There's a few questions like that, asking where things went or originated from, what their hearths were, where they hearthed from, to coin a term. But the one that really struck me strange, because the name's not in the course description, is according to Carl Sauer. Okay, well apparently Carl Sauer is a guy, and that's Sauer. Because that was on the College Board's question bank, and it wasn't that important to know Carl Sauer because he's just saying that the hearths happened in different places. There was other questions, actually, two other questions like that came along without having to know his name. So I don't know, maybe he's somebody's hero or something. So they thought they had to mention him by name, but they did. All right, diffusion of plants and animals. Three things they wanted you, or really two things they wanted you to know about here: the clothing exchange and the agricultural revolutions. Okay, so you've seen the clothing exchange thing in other classes before, most likely, not to mention when we looked at it in this class. All right, do not, this is the big thing with the clothing exchange, do not get the clothing exchange confused with triangle trade from, where you got the slave trade, and that's a different thing. Very similar in a lot of ways, but it's not the clothing exchange. The clothing exchange is mostly about plants and animals. It's hard to find one without the disease in there. All right, but technically, I wouldn't answer. This is really getting more into WAP things here. I don't think you would have this kind of a question. We get them in WAP all the time, where people talk about goods and services being traded, and they include disease on it. That's why I don't like to see disease on here, because you don't. That's an unintended consequence. You don't come over and say, "Hey, I'll give you smallpox if you give me those sweet potatoes." And they go, "I've always wanted smallpox, Dan. Thanks." Okay, that doesn't happen. So just keep that in there, because that's really more of a WAP thing than it is here. So there's that. This would be a relocation diffusion. All right. What we don't talk about in these agricultural revolutions is the Green Revolution, because it gets its own thing here. But initially, these would be contagious diffusions. You see, there it is, and it's spreading, contagious, and then relocation. Okay, that's the Agricultural revolution number one, the Neolithic revolution, when people quit hunting and gathering and start doing this. All right, dawn of history type stuff. This is the second agricultural revolution, which gets into the industrial revolution, really, because it had its effects on agriculture as well. Really hearths out of Great Britain and moves that way. Contagious. That might appear to be looking, since the arrows are so straight. By this time, as part of the Industrial Revolution, the communication is high enough where people can say, hey, this thing happens, and then they intentionally do it again. Not sure why this gets a star. Maybe it's somebody extra special lives there. Okay, 5.4. And that 5.3 is on page 193 and 194. 5.4 is on 197 and 198. This is getting into that second agricultural revolution that I just referenced. So to give you a little more about it here, like I said, it coincides with the Industrial Revolution, which means it's based on new technologies. On the agricultural part, you're looking at these three things right here, especially the mechanization, the transportation. Now you can get these crops that you can grow in one place a lot further along, and then irrigation. Of course, irrigation was always there, but we're talking about wide scale irrigation here. You can be much further from the water source, and you can spread it much further out because of these other things. So those all come in there, especially the steel plow and the mechanic reaper. I could never talk about the mechanic reaper without mentioning one of the funniest. There was a site that used to share, I haven't seen it in a while, student responses that are funny when somebody misspells something or just gives a really bad response. You can probably see where this is going. Somebody had said a very important invention was the mechanical raper. Okay, well, that's kind of funny, and you can see where somebody might say raper instead of reaper, but what makes it really funny is they go on to say it could do the work of 100 men in a day. So that was, unfortunately, the second funny part about the mechanical reaper. All right, next thing on there, consumer patterns. Because of this, all right, so you have better diets now. People can eat more, people can eat better, which means you're going to live longer, which means the population is going to go up. And then this is really a result too, you've also got fewer and larger productive farms. You have less farmers, actually even less land being farmed because you're getting better yield out of it. So you've got people moving to cities. That urbanization piece is a big piece on questions that are asked about this. Okay, that would make a lovely writing topic, I suppose. Along with the lifestyle changes and just knowing what some of the technology is to get through what you need to know about that. I kind of wish, when I'm pacing these out and look at how much time we have versus how many topics we have, because the next thing we'll do is the Green Revolution and pair it with something else. I wish we would have been able to pair those together, but it didn't work out with the size of each topic. So that is it, topics 3 and 4 of Unit 5.